Hey, what up, y'all? It's yours truly, Jason Derulo, and you tuned in to Idolator. Oh, yeah. You talk dirty to me. The beat was turning out really fun, so I was like, yo, let's just keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it on this fun, like, dance vibe. And when we finished the song, I mean, we liked it, you know what I'm saying? But did I think that it was going to be this massive song? Nah, man, I really didn't. I didn't know how big the song was until I started to play it for people. And like people's responses, it was just crazy. You know, I was just playing it for friends, and then I started playing it for people that I didn't even know. And the response was just always the same. You know, people were just like going pretty ham sandwich on this song. So I was like, you know, this song definitely needs to be a single. I wanted to experiment in America. Most people put their album out after one big song or two at least, but I wanted to see, you know, what happens if we put out 3 platinum singles. You know what I'm saying? Like will people get more aware of the album because they've heard 3 songs? So, you know, I definitely wanted people to hear Talk Dirty before I would release the album as well. You know, I didn't want people to think that the whole vibe of my album was like a Marry Me or was like the other side, because the whole other half of my album is the dirty side, you know what I'm saying? So like, Talk Dirty is the introduction to that other side of me. You know, the album is called Talk Dirty because I'm talking dirty on a lot of the album. And it's actually introducing a different side of me that people haven't seen yet. So, you know, the other side and Marry Me was the bridge between, you know, what I was doing before and what I'm about to do. You know, I came out with my first album when I was 19 years old, and you know, you grow a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I really just wanted to be myself on this album more than anything. The reason I started recording this album in the first place was as a release. You know, I wasn't trying to go for any specific sound or anything like that. It was just me trying to get my mind off of the things that were going on in my life. You know, I went through a very dark period, you know, with my injury and everything. So making this album in the first place was not about anybody else but myself. You know, this album, I call it like, it was like really selfish. You know what I'm saying? I wanted it to be I wanted it to be me. You know, on the front cover, you know, you see me. I'm you know, almost naked on it, and it's just a symbol of me being transparent. You know, I wanted people to see all of me. Wiggle is a record that I also did with Wallpaper, who produced Talk Dirty as well. When we were making Wiggle, man, there's this instrument. It's another like record that would just purely stand out, you know, on radio, man. And it's just very different, and it's one of those first listen kind of records. You know, I perform a lot of songs on tour, and over the years I've introduced songs slowly to the people, like, yo, this is my new song, and I'm not expecting, like, you know, a huge response because it's a new song. People are just listening, they don't really know the song yet. This song Wiggle, man, is very different to that, man. Like, on the first time I'm performing this song for people, this is their first listen, you know, people are just going ape shit. People are going ham sandwich. Having Snoop on the album is absolutely amazing. You know, he's an icon. He's somebody that I grew up watching, of course. Never did I think, you know what I'm saying, I would have a song with Snoop. You know what I'm saying? I remember, you know, watching this dude for years and years and years. Or that he would still be around and be so relevant. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows who Snoop is. Your grandma, your mom, your brother, your sister, everybody knows who Snoop is. But I did Wiggle, and Snoop came to mind. You know, like I thought like his flow would just be perfect on this beat, because I thought the laid back vibe would fit with how upbeat the song is. And I actually saw him at a North Star game, and I was like, yo, what up, what's happening? He was like, yo, I want to work with you. You know, my kids are really big fans, da 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 da. I was like, yo, I got this record called Wiggle. Man, I would love for you to get on this record. And he was like, yo, just send it to me, man, just send it to me. And I sent it to him, and he was like, man, this shit is dope. I'm gonna send it to you within 48 hours. And that's what he did.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's cool, right? Tattoos World Tour. I don't know if it'll make it to America, because I think I would switch the name when it got to America. Because overseas, you know, the album is called Tattoos. But overseas, they'll actually get a different version of the album. They'll get a Talk Dirty edition, so they'll get to experience the 4 or 5 new tracks that are on this Talk Dirty album. So yeah, a tour will be coming here soon, but it'll just be called something different. If I could go back and give myself advice on my first album, I would say to be myself. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like I had to turn on Jason Derulo when it was time. You know what I'm saying? When it was interview time or anything like that, I felt like I had to turn Jason on. But when all along, all I had to do was just be myself. You know, life is so much more easy in your own skin, and I think people accept you more when you are being true to yourself. So yeah, that would be my advice all day.
I brought the actual hard copy of the album. It's beat up because it's been used. I just got it yesterday.
And this shit is already beat up. But yeah, I've been jamming this shit all day. So yeah, this is the hard copy right here.